Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Monday Night Football, Season 5, Episode 7, the Pollen Edition. What is going on out there?
I was not expecting the Pollen Edition.
It is crazy. I've not washed my car, but I rinsed my car 3 times and still nothing.
Dude, you should be fined by the EPA for wasting water.
Yes.
Not more initials.
Oh, yeah.
More initials. But what a week we had. What a week we're going to have. A lot of things to talk about, y'all.
We have a lot of things to talk about. But before that, let's get ready to go straight to that OptiLink scoreboard. Let's go over the
I'm taking everybody by surprise, and I'm taking Tuesday's.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
Nothing planned there.
Here we go. On Tuesday, we'll start out with the girls. Northwest 10, Christian Heritage 0. That was senior night for Northwest. Dalton Academy 1, Dade County 8. Murray County 6, LFO 1, North Murray 1, Ringgold 4, Allatoona 9, Dalton 0, Hiram 1, Southeast 0, Gordon Central 1, Coahulla Creek putting 10 spot on them, 11-1. Northwest 10, Christian Heritage 0 on the boys. Once again, that was senior night. Dalton Academy 1, Dade County 0, Murray County 5, LFO 1, Ringgold 1, North Murray 0, Southeast 2, Hiram 1, Dalton 4, Allatoona 3, what a game. Coahulla Creek 4, Gordon Central 3.
And I'll take Thursdays. I was there that day on Thursday. What a day that was. We started off with the girls. Northwest beating Calhoun 3-2, coming back from being 2-0 down. Dade County girls beating Christian Heritage 7-2. We got Ringgold girls being beaten 6-0 by Coahulla Creek. I don't know why I said it that way. Northwest boys being taken to overtime at Calhoun, ended up winning 4-2. Christian Heritage getting 2 scored on against Dade County boys. And we wrap up Thursday with Ringgold boys beating Coahulla Creek 2-0.
And then on Friday, we had Gordon Central girls beating Dalton Academy 8-0. Sonorville beating North Murray 6-0. Dalton girls beating Cedartown 4-0. Southeast losing to Cartersville 9-1 for the girls. On the boys' side, we had North Murray beating Sonorville 3-1. Coahulla Creek boys losing to Tryon 2-0. Dalton Academy winning in PKs versus Gordon Central 2-1. Southeast losing after being up 2-1 with less than 3 minutes left in the game and losing 4-3 in overtime. And then Dalton with a 4-0 win over Cedartown. Todd, with about 40 seconds left.
So no matter what you say, we'll talk about
40 seconds.
Probably the most controversial thing, like in high school soccer, is the overtime. But no matter what you say or how you feel personally about it, in the past 2 weeks, it has produced crazy excitement. And in that time, even though it's a short amount of time, has really had some pivotal results to it, like teams winning. So
what's controversial about it?
Just a lot of people don't like it.
How not? That's one of the few things I love.
Well, I'm not saying. I'm just saying thers some purists out there that do not like overtime.
The biggest shocker here is Dalton boys did not go into overtime for a region game. They actually decided to handle it in overtime. So. But with that, we're getting ready to go to commercial break, and we come back. We'll talk more Monday Night Football.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
There's never been a better time to bank with Built Well Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
Nah, I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important.
Okay.
If you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't...
Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
If you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding your home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. We are going straight into the Todd Power Hour.
Yeah,
this is all about Northwest here. Boys and girls both coming off big wins, 20-0 over Christian Heritage.
Wow.
Boys
I didn't
and
know we were
girls.
doing cumulative scores.
I mean, so they, that was on senior night. And Diego, I know you got some interviews which we'll be discussing here shortly. And then obviously they both come out and beat Calhoun, which was a region game. So it helped them out. And we have region standings, which we'll discuss later. Winning 3-2, girls, and then the boys winning 4-2. I know you were there.
Yes.
And I think that ended the week for Northwest. So quick.
It was amazing. You're going to have to lump me in with Todd when we're talking about Northwest because I think I'm a big believer now.
Here we go.
I'm about to say.
Diego's all about the feels. As soon as he's like
I love
feeling
I love the vibe.
he's
Let
like,
me tell you,
he's
that
like,
girls
I like
game,
that school.
that Northwest 3, Calhoun 2. I will tell you, it was a game of two halves, I want to say. Second half, not a single dangerous thing from Calhoun. Those Northwest girls shut off Calhoun. It's so great when you're losing 2-0 down to come back 3-2 up. It was a great performance from Northwest.
Because I remember you were really like disappointed overall in Northwest in the first half, and you were like, this is not the team we're used to seeing. Like it's they're letting in goals they shouldn't be letting in, and then the script flipped in the second half.
Complete domination. I will say,
and it was like two
goals. Two
yeah.
goals from Calhoun were more defensive errors.
Right.
Once Northwest found their stride in the second half, it was game over. There was never a chance where Calhoun, you could say, was threatening. The two chances Calhoun had in the second half, amazingly done by Summer, their goalkeeper currently, stopped them beautifully. She was definitely a big factor in it staying 3-2 just for those two shots.
I mean, important to remember, like Northwest is not to refer to Summer as the backup keeper. She stepped up into that role unexpectedly because of injury.
Yes.
So she's filling in nicely.
I'm excited as a freshman have that kind of talent already as you said, quote unquote, the backup keeper while Breyer gets
getting
in.
some crazy
it's
good
exciting.
experience.
And let me tell you about the boys game, man. The last 2 minutes of regular time, pure football chaos. Cahola Creek was was drawing. Calhoun and Northwest were drawn 1-1 with about 2.5 minutes. Boom, we score. So Northwest, celebrating. Second, I said we, didn't we?
He throws in the we, and by we he means like a collective
soccer town USA.
Yeah.
But then
let the SEC chant start in a minute. Soccer town.
I'm all for it. And then a red card to the Calhoun coach seconds after that goal. So already it's like, ooh, like everything's high up in the air.
I really wish we could just pull up the text thread from when Diego is at some of these games and they get wild. Because it starts going.
We can't pull up the text thread because Diego does say some things in there that
I do. I'm very unfiltered.
He gets into PG-13 areas that we can't. This is a PG show.
And then it's great because Calhoun was able to equalize with dying seconds left, so that sets up the overtime. And then I don't know what happened in overtime. Once the overtime period hit, Calhoun completely shut down. Not once did they do anything.
But we do see that, right? We see these games that are so tight going into overtime, and then you'll get that 4-2 final, and you're like, well, and then you just see the scoreline, you're like, well, that wasn't close. And, it is just, I think, a case where teams give absolutely everything to get back in the game, and then you get into that extra time, and they just got nothing left.
That's definitely what it was.
But it was, on top of that, it was a big region game. It put Northwest in the driver's seat there at 5-0. Calhoun came in at. Now that dropped them down to 4-1.
And I tell you, the vibe was great. Like both sets of fans, pure just enjoying the game. It was really, really fun to be there.
Yeah, Northwest is sitting there too. Like the boys are ranked number 4, I think, in the state.
3
in the state.
Yes.
And man, it is just setting up so just a wonderful match at the end of the week that we're going to be treated to like a little.
You'll hear from the interviews about that.
And talking about interviews, so let's go. So Diego was able to procure a couple of interviews for senior night for the boys' side. So we're going to go with some of the interviews, go to commercial break, and then after we come back from commercial break, we'll have the second interview that Diego was able to get for that night.
Who's coming up first, Diego?
Oh, I think Brandon knows more than I do.
Brandon, who you got first?
Girls.
All right.
Girls first.
The girls come first, commercial break, and then we'll come back, we'll have the boys interview.
Absolutely.
Hey everybody, we're here in Calhoun talking with J&J right here, Josie and Jules. Girls, what a game y'all just had, beating Calhoun 3-2 from being 2-0 down at one point. Let me ask you both. You're losing the game 2-0, you end up winning 3-2. How does that make you feel? We'll start with you, Josie.
So at the beginning, I felt kind of upset, obviously, because it's not nice to be losing by 2, but I knew if I kept my head up and I was encouraging the team that we could win it back, because we are a great team and we do have that chemistry that we are able to come back like that.
Jules, do you share that when it was 2-0 down? Did you believe that y'all could come back in? How did it feel?
Yeah, I felt like we could have won. Like, it was just an unlucky goal, the first one, but I believe that we could have. We did.
It was amazing to see it. Now, I was here 3 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, and Calhoun played Dalton. That day, Calhoun beat Dalton, and y'all just beat Calhoun. Next week, y'all face Dalton in the Soccer City Cup. Let me ask y'all this. Is that game on y'all's mind? How does this result play into that? What's up with you, Jules?
Honestly, I forgot about that game. But since we beat Calhoun, I think we are going to demolish Dalton.
Hey, there you go. You heard it right there. It's some good spice for the Soccer City Cup game. It's going to be a big game at Hardman Field. Josie, did you think about the Dalton game? How does that make you feel?
Not during the game, I didn't think about the Dalton game, but I have been thinking about it for a couple of days, because I've been thinking about a scrimmage and we tied with them, so I really think we can get there where we will beat them.
I love that. Now, let's talk about when it was 2-2. Exactly. There was a moment when Calhoun was attacking, and then they go by the goalkeeper. You had a goal line clearance. It was a great shot that was going in, cleared it right on the line. How does that feel?
It felt really great. I felt proud of myself because they were getting past the keeper, and I was like getting kind of scared, because I was like, are they going to make this goal? Am I going to be able to get there in time? And all I did was I kept my head up, I kept my composure, and I just got in there and got that ball away.
Beautiful. Let me ask you this for both of y'all. We'll start with you, Jules. So at the beginning of the season, it seemed like y'all were still finding a way to click. There wasn't very favorable results. You had a couple of 5-0s right there. But now, I mean, you've been on great form. What seems to have changed? There's something that seems to have clicked. What are your feelings now and for the rest of the season? We'll start with you, Jules.
It was definitely the chemistry. We liked it the most in the beginning of the season. And it definitely got better over time, and yeah.
You know, what do you do?
I definitely think, yes, it was the chemistry, because we do have 2 starting freshmen, and we have seniors that were on JV or didn't play last year, and we just didn't really know each other. But after a while, we get to play with each other for a while, and we start to build that chemistry, and I think by the end of the season, we'll be unstoppable.
I'll definitely be looking forward to it. I mean, I did choose y'all to win the Soccer City Cup at the beginning of the season, so hopefully y'all don't let me down and turn me into a liar. With that, let's go ahead and watch the rest of the game here and see what happens with the boys versus Calhoun. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all later.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities, service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
Hey, y'all, we're back here in Calhoun. Cold night, but look at that scoreboard, 4-2. What a game, boys. Took it into overtime, doing the job in overtime. Before I even go on, can y'all say who y'all are, what y'all do?
I'm Jose Padilla, attacking midfielder, and I score goals. I'm Jair Navarro, I'm defensive mid, and I just passing the ball to score goals.
Man, let me ask you, boys. So, y'all's record this season, amazing. So far, the only thing that's on the sheet are wins. This game was probably a little tougher than the rest have been. Took it overtime. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all scored. Y'all were up in the scoreboard. How did it feel when the equalizer from them came? What does that feel like?
You know, it just like wakes us up, got to get back in the game. Coach G talks about us, if they score, we keep going. Like, we don't stop, that's just what we do. We never stop. Just keep going.
Let me ask you this. What do y'all think is the key and the secret for how good this season's been for y'all? What is the behind-the-scenes secret?
I think it's just like our brotherhood right now. We're just too close right now. We're like brothers. I've been playing with him since like 6 years old. It's just like he's like my bro, for real. I'm like playing with my brothers, for real. That and like just the ball movement we have, the chemistry is just great.
And there you go. Let me ask you this. So this win, it does a lot for you. You still got to get the job done at the next game. What is the objective for the season for y'all? What are y'all looking forward to the most?
We got to get our get back to state champs. Last year we made it to the final. We got to go back. Got to win it this year.
Same thing?
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you could have any opponent, would you want a rematch?
Yeah,
Is that the objective?
Definitely. I want Johnson. I want Johnson in the state final.
Hey, there you go.
I want Johnson.
Hey, before that though, and after the next game, y'all got Dalton coming up in the Soccer City Cup. How y'all feel about the Dalton game?
With this win, I feel like this gives us confidence. It's gonna help us next week. We're definitely gonna go over and practice what we need to work on, what we do. So yeah, we just go game by game.
Any last words for anybody watching? Anything y'all want to say?
Let's go Bruins.
Go. Welcome back. It was great hearing from Jules and Josie from the girls' side, and then from the boys' side, Padilla and Yair, both very excited about not just their matches, but the ones coming up against Dalton as well. So a lot of good stuff said.
That's going to be a good one at the end of the week, and the girls finally seem to be hitting on all cylinders for Northwest. So they're. It seems like Coach Frausto's got them going.
Don't give too much about that game. We got it.
We will. We're not even getting into it
but
yet.
let's go ahead and go into
Northwest did play Christian Heritage, another one of our schools, and the score line did nothing to flatter Christian Heritage. I talked to Coach Corey earlier today, and he's like, this is just kind of a rebuild and rebrand kind of year. The boys, they're kind of demoralized because they've given up a few games that they really wish they wouldn't have. And but the girls, he said he started out with 10 players on that roster, and he had to go out and recruit some girls from softball. We've seen this before, go for other sports. So he's basically trying to take athletes and make them into soccer players. So this is a rebuild, rebrand for him this year. But he is very, very excited about the middle school program and what he's seeing at that level. They're getting wins under their belt. They're building something there. So
and then they lost to Dade County. The boys lost 2-0, and then the girls lost 7. So as you mentioned, I think combined they have 3 wins and 23 losses.
So this is exactly what he said. It's a
rebuild,
rebrand.
And that's how it goes, but that's
soccer.
That's how it is.
But if you can look down the line and you can look at your middle school program and you can see promise in that. We saw Rachel. That's what Rachel did with the program before. Like, she had that group of players from middle school all the way up, and then at the end you had the crowning achievement of the state championship.
I can't wait for season 8 where we're talking about that Christian Heritage championship run.
Todd, let's go to your other school there. On the north side, your Coahulla Creek, or Diego's other. I mean, I don't know. He's worse than Roy now. He's flipping more. He says
he's worse than you.
No. You are the king of flip-flopping.
I'm only a 2. Dalton Southeast. You were Murray County early in the season.
Don't even dare say you're Southeast. Don't even dare say you're Southeast.
Was he Murray County?
He was Murray, Southeast, Northwest. I will rep with pride. Absolutely.
And then I'll rep any of our teams with pride. Whoever else steals his heart this week.
Last year was Dalton. His heart had him all year.
Absolutely. And it's so poetic that it is those 2 schools, because that was the first school, again, the first soccer match I saw, Dalton Northwest.
But now we go to Coahulla Creek, Todd, and the girls are just they're just going right along here,
The train
popped up to number 2 in the state.
Number 2 in the state.
Here's the thing for them now, right? Like, they're the one with the target on their back. And, that hasn't been the case, like, pretty much in the existence of that girls program, and definitely not recently. So they're the ones with a target on their back. They're the ones that's sitting in pole position to win region and get a nice seating in the state. So they had
business
as usual.
They had big wins. I think they're on a 7-game winning streak,
and big winning streak. Yeah, 11 against
since
North
they
Central,
lost earlier in the
6 against Ringgold.
season. They've just been on a winning streak. Coahuila, like I said, the boys had they won a game and then they lost 2, but they're overall 3-8. But look, they're in region, they're a 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
If they have 9 teams in their region, so I think they still have 4 more games left. So if they can win out.
Yeah, I mean, that's asking a lot of this team, I think, to win out. I mean, they got North Murray for senior night this week. That's going to be a tough game because North Murray all of a sudden is playing some good ball. So that's going to be a tough game for them as well.
Because they have 3 region games left. They're at 2-3, so total there's 9 teams in the region, so they have 8 region games. They're sitting at 2-3. North Murray's at 2-2, so that game is going to be huge,
pivotal for both of them.
I think more for Coahuila than it is for North Murray, but because it's a big region
based on the record, yeah, I agree.
But with that, we're getting ready to go to commercial break, and we come back, we'll have more Monday Night Football.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankly Elite Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
There's a lot going on in Dalton, and thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink, real people, real service, real connection.
Hey, welcome back to Monday Night Football. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Big thank you to the Matt Gaston Community Center for hosting.
You said it wrong. You said it wrong, Todd.
Oh, gosh.
Matt Gaston.
a.k.a. the Mac. And thank you to Elliott Media for making this happen as usual. And hey, let's jump across the river. Let's talk North Murray. I got a chance on the way down here today to catch up with Coach Chambers at North Murray. And, just off the hills of talking about Coahuila Creek, they have a matchup this week. You see North Murray and Coahuila Creek, they play this week. But, Coach Chambers, he's cautiously optimistic about this squad. They started playing some really good stuff. They had a nice win last week, and he was like, it was the little things that they were doing. It was the leadership he saw on the field. It was the the way they were playing on the field. So he says he's cautiously optimistic about this, but he really seems to be enjoying this squad, and the players seem to really be enjoying being out.
It's definitely a good. You enjoy watching them, and you talked about the leadership on the pitch. You see it as well. I'm looking at.
Is that your number 5 team?
Number 5. Hold on, let me see.
No, we don't have to have like Diego's Soccer City power rankings.
Hey,
according to how he likes them.
The vibes, according to the vibes and the feelings of the story. I was going to say, both Murray County boys and girls now have positive records, so that's really awesome to see from Murray County. 6-5 for the girls, 7-3 for the boys. I mean, look at the boys. It's a 3-way tie right now in region. Let me pull that up. That's awesome. Both, Ringgold, Murray County, and Union County all 4-1.
Yeah, it's that.
And
that
North
whole
Murray's sitting at
region's a
2-2
bloodbath.
though. But North Murray's sitting at 2-2. The girls, North Murray girls, they're having a down year, but it's cyclical. Let's just be real. On that side, for the girls' side, it's more cyclical over there. They had,
for sure,
for both the Murray County teams.
And then the boys last week, that win I was talking about, that was against Sonorville, so that's a really good dub. And this game coming up against Coahulla Creek, that's one of those things that's a rowdy match.
It is.
A derby? Can we call it a derby?
I mean, they are just, it's Highway 2. That's what, it's just Highway 2.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
The Battle of Highway 2.
Again, it's like Northwest, North Murray, and Coahulla Creek all sitting right there on, they're just separated by Highway 2 pretty much.
So then the battle, because they literally have to take.
All we need is Northwest to come down one more. So
too much chaos.
Exactly.
But I think North Murray's doing what they got to do now. They turn it around. Murray County is sort of the sleeper team. Let's just pivot over to Murray County boys for a little bit. They are 4-1, tied up top the region with Ringo, and as you mentioned, Diego, Murray County and Union. North Murray or Murray County come off some good wins. 6 girls with a 6-1 win over LFO, and then Murray with a 5-1 win over LFO on the boys' side. And then you had Murray County playing on, I think that was their only game, right?
Let's check.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Murray County LFO.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was the only game. They only had one game. But it works out, makes them rest up a little bit. They had a heavy schedule in the beginning. And I think Coach Gould has to be happy and Jacobo has to be happy where the boys are sitting at right now.
Yeah, I think the boys are in a great position, and I think I think they kind of expected, I talked to Coach Gould, like he had this kind of quiet confidence about him and about his squad. You could tell he didn't want to boast about them or anything, but at the same time, he was like, my boys, all I do is coach them and they just handle business. And so I think he has this quiet confidence about them. And, you look at where they're sitting in the region. Outside of it, no, we haven't talked about it, but Union County is owning that region right now. They're
for which one?
The 7-3
for girls or boys?
Boys.
No,
it's a 3-way tie.
It's a 3-way tie.
For region?
4-1, yes.
Oh, my bad.
Todd.
Sorry I wasn't up to date on Union County. My bad.
It's four.
The legendary Union County.
Let me get drugged for that. So
it's a 3-way tie right now. So that's why, and there's still a lot to play for. Because
I'm going to have to look and see who Union lost to in the region.
You'd have to look at that, but
I don't remember them losing.
I got you.
I pulled these records before I sent them out.
These are almost in real time.
Yeah,
then.
max prep. So, but some big games coming up, which we'll discuss later in the week. But then let's pivot over to the Murray County girls. They had a good week when, they went out. They are currently sitting at 2-3 in the same region with Coahulla Creek. So they're sitting in the 5 poll right now. And hopefully if they can win out their games, they can do some so did y'all see who they lost?
Ringgold.
Yeah,
they lost to
Ringgold 4-0, and I'm like, how did that happen?
Well, because those top 3 are going to knock each other out.
Yeah.
Ringgold, North Murray.
But that does go to show you, no matter what the record is on any given day, that I love that region. It's great.
But as you mentioned, Murray County they got some upcoming games this week, which we'll discuss later in the show. But they had one game. They still came out. They handled both the boys and girls handled their business. The North Murray handled their business. But Diego, I know you were able, really quick. I know you were able to go down and get an interview at your alma mater. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. For senior night at Southeast, yes.
So before commercial break, we're going to go ahead and go to that interview. With
Andrea.
Andrea from Southeast High School.
Yes.
And then when we come back from commercial break, we will discuss a little bit more Southeast.
I have a lot
Dalton,
to talk about that Southeast Hiram game.
All right. And with that, we'll go to commercial break.
Hey everybody, we're out here freezing here at Raider Stadium with Andrea. Andrea, are you as cold as I am?
I'm freezing.
But I think this keeps you a little bit warmer than I am.
It's a little heavy.
So let's get this going. Senior night, it's the night that you probably look forward to from your freshman year to now. Just what are your feelings? You know, the result, whatever, didn't go the way, lost the penalties. How are you feeling about the game?
Overall, I feel like we did okay. Obviously, it wasn't the outcome that we wanted. My feelings are everywhere. I feel closer to graduation. You know, I saw every senior leave, and it's finally my turn, and it feels good. I loved it.
You were telling me that you've been part of this team literally since your freshman year.
Yes,
You did have that injury the freshman year,
Yes.
but you were still part of the team. Let me pick off all those flowers. We'll keep it going. Here, we'll use this as a microphone.
Okay.
All right. So what I was going to ask is, you know, we talked about you being here since a freshman.
Yes.
So one thing that we've talked about with the Southeast team is how young the team is. You know, there was only 3 of y'all on the women's side as seniors.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on the team as far as how youthful they are? What are we looking forward to in the future?
I think for the future is for our freshmen and sophomores to keep building the legacy that we had. It's for them to keep playing how we would play, you know, as a freshman. It was always seniors and juniors playing. This year it's a little weird. It's only 2-3 seniors that are playing. We had one out with an injury, you know. It feels weird looking at the younger girls, but I know that they're willing to put in the work after all our losses that we've had. We may not have the good season that we've been expecting, but they're definitely building there, and I do feel like they're going to have a good season next year. Don't think that senior year is so far away. Always play like your last game. We had a senior that just didn't get to play this senior day, so I think that's just how it works.
Oh, man, look at this. You're getting a close-up of how cool that looks right there.
Shout out to my friend Leslie.
Shout out to Leslie right there.
Alanis.
Leslie, Leslie, that legend over there. Leslie Alanis, there you go.
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
There has never been a better time to bank with Builtwell Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. Hopefully you guys enjoy that interview. As you can see, Diego's very animated. He loves doing these interviews. He loves interviewing the kids.
Anything can happen when you're doing an interview.
Yes. So, Diego, you were there at the game. Southeast has had it up and down on the girls' side.
Talk about those girls.
Yes.
So what I'll be honest, I did arrive right at the second half of overtime, and it was 0-0 when I arrived. From what I saw in the second half of overtime, the Southeast girls definitely did a lot more of the attacking. And they actually had a free kick that I swore was going to go in, but good from Hiram for stopping that. It did go to penalties. Penalties were not anybody's friends. There was more missed penalties than made penalties from both sides, but ultimately ended up with Hiram. But, you know, with it being senior night, I think what's more on the mind of the Southeast girls at that point was, you know, the festivities. 3 seniors that night, and so it was fun. Everyone was in good spirits. And then, I mean,
that was quite the bouquet of flowers.
It was insane. From Leslie
she held them as long as she did.
I mean, I didn't even see Andrea at one point. She just was covered in
bouquet of flowers.
Covered in stuff by Leslie Alanis. That's who did the flowers.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I did not know multiple talents here.
Yes.
Soccer player, now florist. I like it.
So, I mean, the girls are there. They're having a down year. We haven't seen this.
We haven't seen a Southeast girls team struggle
like this and probably over
with
a
that
decade.
record.
Right.
So I know they're young. I know they're very young. So hopefully, you know, they're going to use this as a learning experience and grow. And then next year.
Sure. I mean, but it takes those seniors like that, right, to have experienced the wins. And I know this is not the kind of senior season that she wanted, that any of them wanted, right? Is senior year, you always think about it's going to be the best, the wins, but it's not. And sometimes it's the responsibility of those just to pass along the mentality that it takes to win to that next group. And so that's why you got to say 3 seniors, hats off to each and every one of them.
Yep. And then, but the boys,
not
boys
getting
are
started.
Well, we're gonna get you started.
The boys are in. They come out and let's just give credit where Hiram's due. Hiram played Dalton tough. Remember, Dalton had to go into overtime to beat him. I think 1-0. Southeast beat them in regulation 2-1. I know you were at that game. We'll discuss a little bit more.
Yes.
But then they go down, and in a region game, they are beating Cartersville 2-1. Because I asked my brother-in-law, he was at the game. They were beating them 2-1, and within the last 3 to 5 minutes of the game, they allowed Cartersville to score, tied it up 2-2, went into overtime, and then Cartersville ended up winning in OT 4-3. So, it's just
we saw it on the other end of the county too, though, with Northwest and Calhoun. So I mean, it's just Northwest came out on the other side and got a win in OT. It's just crazy when you drag a team into overtime. Like the mentalities can change and momentum changes. It's almost like a totally separate game once you go into overtime.
And I really hate. I don't want to put too much stock in it, but Southeast and region is at 3-3, but there is a 3-way tie between Hiram, Southeast, and Cass at 3-3.
Look, hats off to Hiram. That was just like last year. That was just like a dub for teams in previous years. Like Hiram was like not a team that was taken seriously, and here they are, dragging Dalton into overtime and giving Southeast all they want. So. It's a tough squad.
I will say I refuse to give hats off to Hiram. I was at that game.
I know why.
Never was Hiram in it. That scoreline flattered them immensely. Well, and that's why it was so frustrating watching the Southeast team play, because that just could have easily put double, maybe even triple the score. But, Southeast really focusing on that passing level of play instead of shooting it. I mean, a lot of us in the stands at one point were just screaming, shoot, shoot, shoot. And then, Southeast was, I would say, dominating 2-0. Hiram scores the goal. And, there's always that, okay, maybe like they could equalize.
Got a puncher's chance, yeah.
But they never even had the chance. But, I mean, I don't know how much I want to talk about just the off-the-pitch factor. No, none of that? Okay. I will not talk about that. That's one of those things that would be censored if you saw my group chat text. Awful from what I saw.
But, like I said, they ended up with a 1-1. They got a big game, which we'll discuss here before this show over. Big region game left versus Woodland.
Yes.
That I feel like they have to win, but we'll discuss that more.
I agree.
And let's now pivot over to the Dalton boys and girls. Though the Dalton boys had a good week. They went 2-0. They defeated Allatoona in which they were losing that game 2-1. Came back to tie at 2-2, and then end up winning in 4-3. Because when I went to sleep, they were losing 2-1.
It's quite literally a mirror of the Southeast game.
And I texted my friend Wicks, and I said, "Hey, Wicks, what's the game?" He said they're losing 2-1. I went to bed because it's like 10:30. Wake up in the morning, goes, I guess they won 4-3 in overtime. And I was like, what? So I texted y'all that, hey, they won 4-3 in overtime. But then they come back and they beat Cedartown, which is pretty much an easier game for them. So but on the girls' side, flip it, the girls had a tough matchup with Allatoona.
Allatoona's 3 in the state.
And Dalton is very young.
Has national team players.
Well, they did. Yeah. She's graduated.
Well, I was thinking this game was going to be more competitive, a little bit more. I know that Allatoona beat Southeast like 8-0 or 9-0 when they played them. So when I saw that the scoreline was 9-0 for Allatoona, I was like kind of shocked because I was like, oh, wow.
So did you get any insider explanation for that?
No, I did not. I did not mess with Coach Almodovar all week. I let him be.
I didn't mess with him.
I just let him, handle his business, and I didn't even try to even say, hey, you okay? Didn't reach out, so.
Oh, you okay?
Maybe you should.
But
hey,
he came back, and they won 4-0 in Cedartown. But they're sitting in region. They're good. They're actually in third place right now at 4-2. If they can win out, they should be okay. The Cartersville has second with 4-1.
But we've talked about them. Getting to the playoffs is not the problem for Dalton High women. It hasn't been in a while now. What the problem is getting a good seed, a number one seed, and getting a favorable draw.
It doesn't matter if they get a number one seed. They play the region that they're always, and we discussed, and then Coach Cheese talked about it on the coaches show. It's the way the region goes. The toughest game is going to be that first round game.
I know, but
if they make it past that first round game,
you got to hope to get a 1-4 matchup though, and you got to
had that in the past. The girls have had it in the past 1-4 matchup.
But that's still, that's where it starts.
It's not like something's broken in the system where that game ends up being the decider game, the first one in the
It's just the way the region is classified. And then after that, if they get by, then they start playing those South Georgia schools, and then it becomes,
if you could get past that first hurdle, you could make a deep run.
That Region Northwest made a deep run. They got past that first hurdle when they went to semifinals, and then their games after that until the semis they were blistering the teams after that.
Yeah.
But with that, we're getting ready to go to commercial break, and we'll come back. We'll have more Monday Night Football.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankley Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Hey guys, welcome back to Monday Night Football. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Hey, we're going to change directions a little bit. We're going to go talk about Dalton Academy. Dalton Academy, they're looking strong on the guys' side. The women's side is, it's still a work in progress, as we say.
They did get on the scoreboard at least.
They got on the scoreboard. Hey, baby steps. But
they got their first dub, and they got on the scoreboard versus Dade County. Which is
success is defined in many different ways.
That's right, and we're defining it by goals this week.
And then
nice.
Dalton Academy boys are at 5-5 in regular season, 3-0 in the region, tied with Todd. Say that school that starts with a
Armucci. Armucci.
There's no the R is silent.
The R is silent. So here's the thing. They play Armucci tonight. So by the time you see this, that game will have been done, and we'll be talking a lot about how that game affected the region champion.
And there will be tacos at the game. I've already verified.
So spoke with Coach Laura. She's very excited about this group that she's had step up. Things didn't earlier in the season. Things were a little bit rough. She had lost some players, and she had to have some guys step up. They had a real exciting match last week. Won in PKs.
That seems to be a thing for Dalton Academy.
Yeah, and who do you think stepped up big?
Mr. Freddie himself.
Mr. Freddie himself.
Senior night this week.
Stepped up big. He had two PK saves in that game to give them the win
over Gordon Central.
Which
they're playing up.
So that's a really nice win for Dalton Academy, especially coming in tonight. Give them some confidence going into against Armucci, which is going to be a tough game. But I think Coach Laura overall is very excited about this group. She sees them bonding and coming together. And just like last year, here we are encroaching toward the playoffs, and she's already figured out it's about getting hot toward the playoffs.
Yes. There you go. And, of course, they have you always say it, Todd, they have the advantage of having the best pitch to play in with the style of play that they do. I remember watching them that one game that was completely mischanged the schedule, so I show up with 10 minutes left in the dang game, and I just fell in love with the way they're so attacking and the way they're communicative. I'm definitely hoping to go see them here in a little bit once we wrap up the show.
But, yeah, so anything else on Dalton Academy?
No, I meant the girls, they had, they scored against Dade County. They lost 8-1, and then they lost to Gordon Central 8-0. I just realized here, Gordon Central had a bad week. They played 2 schools from the area, and they lost both of the games on the boys' side.
That makes me happy.
Who was the other game they had against?
Well, they lost to the Color Creek, beat them 4-3.
Right. It's 4-3.
And then Dalton Academy beat them 2-1 in PKs. So,
I think I know it didn't get scheduled, but I think that would have been a nice game this year. Creek and Academy would have been a nice game this year.
What coulda, shoulda, woulda.
I know.
There was always that one game that doesn't get played that we were like, man, that should have gotten played.
Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Hey, but let's just pivot over. Let's go over to the OptiLink schedule for this upcoming week because we got some big games.
Yes, we do.
Todd just mentioned it tonight. So Monday at 5:30, we have Murray County at Model for the girls. And then, as Todd mentioned, at Dalton Academy, at Dalton Stadium, 5 and 7 p.m., we have Dalton Academy versus Armucci, girls and boys. And then on Tuesday, we have a lot of games. Diego, I'll let you cover Tuesday.
I got you on Tuesday. Tuesday, we start off with these are all girls' games. Cahola Creek playing at Union County. Dalton playing at Cass. Southeast playing at Woodland. Northwest playing at Gilmer.
Versus
Gilmer. Northwest versus Gilmer. I was so into the traveling. Northwest versus Gilmer at Northwest. Christian Heritage hosting Fannin County for the girls. North Murray playing at North Cobb Christian for the girls. And now it's all boys' games. Cahola Creek at Union County. Murray County hosting Tryon. Southeast at Woodland. Dalton at Cass, Northwest hosting Gilmer, Christian Heritage hosting Fannin County, North Murray at North Cobb Christian. Todd, have you found the schedule yet?
Yeah, on
tell us what's going on
Thursday with the girls, Color Creek versus North Murray. Once again, that's senior night. Murray County at Sonoraville, Christian Heritage at Coosa. Versus Coosa. Color Creek versus Murray. Murray County at Sonoraville on the boys, and then Christian Heritage versus Coosa also on the boys.
And then Friday, we have Dalton Academy versus Chattooga. Dalton versus Northwest Whitfield, we will talk more about. Christian Heritage at Armucci for the girls. And then we have Dalton County versus Chattooga. Boys, Dalton versus Northwest boys, and then Christian Heritage at Armucci.
There's one more game I want to plug in here this week that's not actually on the schedule. This Saturday is my 4U debut. This Saturday at the Parks and Recs. Come watch Los Doritos.
Los what?
Los Doritos.
Los Doritos.
That's
at 5 o'clock
and
on Saturday.
U6?
U4.
U4. All right.
So I will abstain from going to that. I remember U4 soccer when my daughter was playing, and
well, I'm about to go through it, brother.
What are you saying? It's rough. Yes. You know what? So let's hear. Diego, what kind of
formation
tactics? What's your methodology?
I quickly learned my first training that these 4-year-olds don't respond well to motivational speeches.
Do you like to go amoeba or blob? What's your chosen?
I tried to instill a 4-4-2, but the kids insisted on just
amoeba blob.
Amoeba blobs. So we'll see how the Mighty Doritos face off this Saturday. We'll see. They don't keep scoring.
Good luck to the Mighty Doritos.
But here, before we got about 3 minutes before we go to commercial break. But let's just look at Monday. Big game, Dalton Academy versus
Can't wait to go
Armucci.
see it. Cannot wait.
That's tonight.
Then Tuesday, what we got?
The boys, they need to just handle their business tonight. That'll put them in just leader position in that region. And I would look if they get it tonight. I think they can hold on to it.
3-0 record.
All right. And then looking at Tuesday, I already know what game Diego is going to because this is the only game really besides Christian Heritage versus Fannin County. I'm assuming Diego's going to be at the Northwest Gilmer game, which is always what?
I coach every Tuesday.
That's when the Los Doritos are playing.
What time do you coach?
From 5 to 6.
The game's at 7:30 for the boys. You got time.
All right, I'll definitely head that way after that.
So when I look at that game, the girls, Northwest girls, I got them favored in that game. On the boys' side, that was a nasty game last year. To be honest, it really just fell apart, and that was that was a state playoff game, and it really just kind of went off.
Gilmer's coming in with a 3-1 record in region, so they've got a lot more to play for than Northwest.
They do. Like, that would be a major scalp if they could pull. If Gilmer could get that one, they're not. I don't want to say. Gilmer last year. Oh, it changes everything.
Because then it gives Northwest a loss.
Everything.
But then Gilmer runs the table. They'll have one loss, but they'll have a tiebreaker over Northwest.
If Northwest don't handle business tomorrow, it changes everything.
And I will say Northwest has been made to bleed after the Calhoun result, because I mean before that we've seen Northwest just dominating 0-8, not 10-0.
I go the other way. I agree with you, but I will go this way. Every team that's worth their salt needs that game during the regular season to make them go to that next level, to dig deep and see what they're made of. If they're not tested, if they're never pushed to that point, they'll never have that kind of touchdown moment when they need it in the playoffs.
Agreed.
And really quick, on Tuesday, we got a minute before we go to commercial break, we got Dalton at Cass, last region game. Big game in Southeast Woodland. We have a big game also on the boys, like Southeast Woodland. Southeast, even though they've beat Hiram and they've beaten Cass, and they have the same record. Southeast needs this win just to get, because if they lose, they're 3-4, and if those other two schools win, they're outside.
Yeah. That's a big swing.
And if you recall, this is the same position that the boys were in last year. They had to win the last game to get in as I think it was a 3 or 4 seed, and they pulled it out. So they just love to make it tough at the end of the season in the region. But let's get ready to go to commercial break.
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow. You are getting Kim diamond earrings.
Nah, I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important.
Okay.
If you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't... Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
If you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
Welcome back to more Monday Night Football. Todd, at the beginning of the season, you put Soccer City right up there with region and state level as trophies that teams go for. We come back to the Soccer City Cup now, Northwest Dalton. Remember that my prediction at the beginning was Northwest taking it. So.
Well, you know, Northwest taking on what? The boys or girls side?
Girls side, but now I'm convinced they can take up both.
They can take both?
Yes.
Well, so as we... I don't know. I think it's I think everything that you can play for, you play for it, and you know... I know coaches, their first thing is like region and then state. But in the midst of all that, like you got to be fighting for this trophy too, in my opinion, in order to get to where you want to be. I think we've seen it trade hands now in between the girls, between Dalton
has
and
it right
Northwest.
now.
The Dalton boys have never relinquished it. But let's just go ahead and talk about that. Looking forward to Friday night. Northwest can win Soccer City Cup Friday night.
Yes.
They can do it with
They can win?
They can win.
Yeah.
They can draw as long as they get a shootout win. That would give them 8 points and put them out of reach regardless of what happens. If they lose, then a number of things can happen.
So are you saying, is the trophy going to be present? Are you asking for the trophy?
Yes. I mean, I have to. You have to. The trophy will be there.
You've already reached out.
I have not reached out. I will get it. So, but it's just, you know.
Let me know how the conversation goes.
I don't want a conversation. But anyway, no.
So you're saying if Northwest wins, regardless of what Dalton does,
that's right, because they already have wins over Southeast and Angola Creek, and that'll be 3 out of 3, 9 points. Nobody touches them. If they tie and they get a shootout win, that puts them at 8 points, and they can't be touched.
What about Dalton though? They got a shootout.
They've just played one game so far.
But Dalton has to win this game to stay in contention.
Stay contention. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Exactly.
Now we're assuming Dalton's beating Southeast both for this, right?
I mean, that would be an assumption towards beyond this Friday. Yes.
Wow.
A lot can happen.
So it can get wrapped up early, and no ifs and buts about it.
It could go to the last game.
Wow. So it's gonna be good. So there's gonna be a lot more spice.
So that's on the boys' side. On the girls' side, I'm just kind of browsing here. We still have Cahulla Creek sitting at top with 4 points, but they're done playing, so they can't get any more. So the Northwest Dalton game really puts the winner of that one in
the driver's seat.
But that one can't be decided on Friday, unless Dalton wins.
If Dalton wins, that gives them 6. Yeah, I think that'll do it. I think that'll do it.
Well, they would still have the game versus they would have the game versus Southeast still at the end of the season.
Then,
yeah, but it wouldn't matter because
even if it was 3 points.
Even if Southeast won, that would only give them 5 points, so it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
So 2 can be wrapped up. Wow.
So
big night in Tunnel.
Big night.
I'll definitely be there. I'll wear my white gloves to hold the trophy.
No, it's at Dalton.
At Dalton.
Harmon Field.
At Harmon Field. So you know what? I see Eastside I will see him on Thursday at his kids. While my daughter's practicing at 6 o'clock at Heritage Point, Eastside's there with his little kid for their practice. I'm just going to throw a little tidbit in here that y'all were pumping up that if they roll out, y'all could take the trophy home and off of Harmon Field. I want to see what he has to say about
If you go to the interviews I had, both the girls and the boys,
he ain't going to say nothing about it. I know he ain't going to say nothing.
But, big game there. We've got 3 minutes left for the weekend, but we also have some other games.
Northwest fans, show up at Dalton.
You have to show up.
Yes.
I mean, this is a huge game. To stay undefeated, to take Soccer City Cup for the first time, there's a lot of marbles to be had there. Show them support. Diego,
yes.
I think you've watched the most soccer of us this year.
Yes, I have.
When you look at this girls game, what's your deciding factor between the Dalton girls and the Northwest girls?
Can Northwest effectively shut out Ellis? Ellis produces the most. Ellis finishes the most. If they can find a way to shut her down, that knocks out a ginormous part of the Dalton offense. And on Northwest side, can they keep that chemistry and communication going? When Northwest girls click on that chemistry, I saw it in Calhoun, there's no stopping them. The way they're able to just find each other is great. So those are the 2 keys that I think to the girls game.
And I am giving, on the girls side, I'm giving an advantage to Dalton's keepers because they have 2 stud keepers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very valid.
I will give them the advantage at the keeper spot over Northwest. I think that's going to be the deciding factor. It's going to be goalkeeping play for on the girls' side. On the boys' side it's just what is Eastside going to do?
Well, is this just fact? Does the ranking match what they actually are?
And then what is Eastside going to do? So to know what he's going to do, you're going to have to just show up on Friday night and eat some tacos. And with that, we end this episode of Monday Night Football.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities, service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
There's a lot going on in Dalton, and thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple, so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink. Real people, real service, real connection.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
To advertise your business on TV, contact Elliott Media at 706-529-4237.